So I'm going to teach a very simple meditation breathwork technique that is something that you can do. It is one of those very simple ways to keep reconnecting to the process of rebirth. I will make this available on YouTube, so if you want to practice it, you can do so there. But basically, we're going to work with, first of all, a 4-step breath. So it's breathing into the count of 4, and you can step that. So it's, and then breathing out. And every in-breath in this process is going to relate to bringing in the energy that we're invoking, and I'll tell you what those are as we progress. So every in-breath is bringing it in, and then every exhale is expanding it within ourselves. We're going to work with the 4 or 5 elements for this. So for the first breath, we are going to breathe in to create almost like a bubble of energy, of protection, like an egg. So we're breathing in the egg, kind of feeling it, and then on the exhale, we're kind of strengthening that and expanding that egg to make a protection, but also to make a container for spirit. It's the element of earth that we start with, and that of course relates very much to the physical body. Then on the second breath, and I will guide you through this, on the second breath, we're going to breathe in the grace of God, Goddess. So that is the element of air. It's like a sword coming in. It's like a ray of light coming in. So we, on the inhale, we breathe in that grace, kind of fill our center, our core with that energy. And then on the exhale, we kind of really just strengthen and intensify that energy of grace within our center and core. So we kind of sort of really filling that space and making it stronger. That is the element of air. Then the third is the element of fire that we draw in. So we imagine that as we have now filled up with this grace, as it expands, it ignites a fire at the base of our spine, which then burns up and goes up to our head. And the idea of that fire is that it's a fire of purification. So we've created the container, we've brought in the grace, the higher frequency that sets all the impurities on fire within us. It increases our light, and then it kind of warms the heart, opens the heart to love. And that is the element of water, so that love then grows and expands within us. We feel the love for ourselves, for those in our lives. And then from there, we call in the 5th element. And that 5th element then is calling up the God consciousness, the divine frequency around us, and almost seeing ourselves as being surrounded by a sea of God consciousness. And so we become this bubble, this egg floating within this God consciousness. And then as we keep breathing, we can start to allow more and more of this God consciousness to seep into us. And the model that I use for this is very much like the model of the cell, the human or any biological cell, which is that it has a membrane. In the case of us doing the spiritual work, it's a membrane of light. That membrane is intelligent. It knows what energies to allow in. It knows what energies to block. Once those energies are inside, those energies feed us on the inside. But being intelligent, that membrane can then hold in the nourishing energies, but can also expel the toxins and the old waste, the stuff that we no longer need. And that, of course, is also tied to our breathing cycle. So the in-breath is drawing in the energy from the outside. The good energy goes through that intelligent membrane. And then the out-breath allows the nourishment or that energy to be circulated, and then expelling any of the waste or the toxins before the next in-breath, which is of course that breath of feeding and filling up. So we'll go into a practice of that now. So if you all want to sit up, close our eyes. You can also do this lying down if you want, but lying straight on your back, otherwise sitting up straight. So our first 4-stepped breath will be breathing in, breathing to fill our space. So it's now on the 4-staged out breath, you're expanding and strengthening that membrane and that bubble. Do that again. Expanding. And do one more breath like that, holding this bubble of energy and strengthening its membrane. Breathe in your own time. As you breathe in, you fill it. As you breathe out, you expand it. Now for the second breath, we're breathing the energy of the grace of the divine from above, filling our center, our spine, so in 4 steps. On the exhale, expand that within you. Breathing in again to strengthen in 4. Exhale to expand it within you. Do that again in your own time, but really feeling this grace of the divine within you at your center. And then next it ignites a fire at your base. So now as you breathe in, you see that fire expand from your base, filling your entire body. And then as you exhale, it spreads and expands. Again, in. Now expand the fire on the exhale. For a 3rd time, breathing at your own pace. That fire grows and expands, and on the exhale, it really releases any of the toxins and waste. Good. Now for the 4th stage, we're going to breathe into the heart on the inhale, filling the heart with this love. On the exhale, expanding that love throughout your entire energy body. And again. And exhale. And once more in your own time on the in-breath, filling the heart with love. On the exhale, expanding that love throughout your body and being. And now for the next phase, you're breathing the energy of the divine up from the earth, from below, and surrounding yourself with that energy. And on the exhale, you open to that energy in 4 steps. Inhale again, breathing in more of that divine, surrounding yourself with it. And on the exhale, opening up to a more subtle aspect of that God-Goddess frequency. And now in your own time, continue as I speak. So see yourself now as this bubble of energy, a protected space, filled with grace, alight with fire, burning with love, floating in this sea of God consciousness. And as you keep breathing in this 4-staged breath, allow this intelligent membrane of your being, of your aura, to take in more of this higher frequency consciousness on the inhale, and on the exhale you expand within, circulate this God energy, and you also release the toxins and the fears. So keep breathing. 4 steps inhale, 4 steps exhale. And with every breath you open to the rebirth. Rebirth out of fear, rebirth out of anxiety, rebirth out of limitations of the personality and of your past. So keep breathing in this way to hold and expand the energy. Keep breathing in this way to open more and connect more with the higher frequency of the divine, God consciousness. And in this space, not only do you breathe these higher frequency energies into yourself, but you also imprint them and implant them in each and every cell of your body, imprinted on an unconscious level, so that you become more grounded, yet at the same time more connected to your soul and to the divine. Keep going in this way, holding the energy, expanding it, and reconnecting to who you could be, who you could become as a reborn version of yourself. Who would you be if you had more faith and hope? Who would you be if you fully trusted the divine to take care of you and your life? Who would you be if you had more love? If you are more filled with the light of wisdom? Keep breathing to ground these energies. Who would you be if you had an intimate relationship with God, Goddess, where you could receive not only love and light, but also guidance, developing this relationship through your breath. Very good. Keep breathing in this way, trusting that your breath transforms you on conscious and unconscious levels, trusting that you too can transform, your life can be different. No inner obstacle is insurmountable. You are not at the mercy of your behaviors. And now you can just relax your breathing. Allow yourself to float in the sea of energy, God consciousness, love and light. Just really lie back, relax, be free. surrender to the divine. Go beyond. And now you can just gently start to return. Giving thanks to the divine, to your higher self, to your body. Giving thanks to your immortal spirit and to your ego. This ego that you are educating and showing new ways. Gently returning. And when you're ready, you can just be back by stretching, opening your eyes, back in the room.